G'day everyone, welcome to another episode of Wineback Wednesday, and obviously we are very close to December and only about 4 weeks away from Christmas, and I stumbled across this sparkling wine recently, and I thought I'd give it a run. Obviously with celebrations coming along in the festive season, I thought it would be a perfect opportunity. It is from the Loire Valley in France, on the sort of western part of France. Obviously Champagne we all know, but this is Veuve Laperrière. It's a non-vintage Blanc de Blanc made from 100% Chardonnay, and it is made by Maison Ackerman, which Jean-Baptiste Ackerman, he started the business in 1811 as a 21-year-old. So after reading a bit about him, he was a bit of a go-getter, very entrepreneurial, got involved in the development of the railway line in western France, which went up to Paris, which was opened in 1849, and obviously made a lot of sparkling wine, really pushed hard, and he is the Maison Ackerman is the oldest sparkling wine producer in the Loire Valley. In saying that, this wine actually was originally produced by a company called Monmousseau, and it was a family-run sparkling producer in Touraine, which is a broad appellation in the Loire Valley, which was started in 1886, so obviously 70 odd years later after Jean-Baptiste Ackerman started his business. And then Ackerman Group bought this producer in 2018 and brought it under their umbrella, but maintained the labels and the business of Monmousseau. Maison Ackerman is actually in Saumur, which is another appellation within the Loire Valley, which most of the fruit for a lot of the sparkling comes from, because it's a lot of the Loire Valley as well, other parts of the Loire Valley as well as Saumur, and a bit in Touraine as well. They often have a lot of high proportion of chalky limestone soils. Obviously Champagne is very calcareous with a lot of limestone there, but also in the southeast of England now, which a lot of sparkling producers have started making their wines, so down in Kent and in East Sussex and West Sussex, in Surrey. If you can, there's a lot of chalky soils down there. If you can imagine, if you've ever been down to where Dover is, obviously the White Cliffs of Dover. Dover is right on the coast in the county of Kent, and obviously that White Cliffs of Dover are obviously because of the limestone, the calcareous soils that they have through there. So the thing with limestone soils, it really, I suppose, results in wines of great minerality and good acid retention, so hence why Champagne is known for it. Even into some parts of Burgundy there is obviously some limestone there, and obviously now the prominence of the English sparkling wines from that southeast area with a lot of those calcareous soils, but also obviously over here in the Loire Valley there are great pockets through like Saumur and a bit of Touraine and other parts that also have lovely calcareous soils. So I suspect this has got wonderful minerality and acidity. Obviously further down in the soil, it's a quite deep limestone soil, so great water retention, and because of the moisture there, they really allow the fruit to get full flavour at low sugar and still maintain great acidity. As I said, this is 100%, it's a Blanc de Blanc, so white from white, 100% Chardonnay, so a traditional variety. That obviously is used extensively in Champagne. It's made traditionally, so obviously there's the primary fermentation in stainless steel. These guys use stainless steel for the primary fermentation, then it gets blended. Obviously, being a non-vintage, you've got to try and maintain consistency, so you have base wine from previous vintages, and then you bring in the new material, and you get to obviously a lot of tasting, a lot of blending. Blending is really critical for these non-vintage wines because consistency is paramount. So, and then after that, obviously, then it gets the secondary fermentation, gets put into bottle, and then I couldn't find any information on how long it stays in bottle for that secondary fermentation with the tirage process before it gets disgorged. I suspect it's a couple of years. but I couldn't find anything, so don't quote me on that. Let's give it a go. Obviously, why not? Well, Loire makes some wonderful, and obviously there's Saumur Blanc that they make there, there's Chenin Blanc, so, and they're very well known for this. And Maison Ackerman also makes a lot of still wines, so, but also these guys are very, very, as I said, the oldest sparkling producer in the Loire Valley. A bit of fizz. Ooh. Lovely, plenty of fizz. It looks really fine, obviously with traditional method. Really fine bead, slow fermentation in the bottle. Again, really lifted. So lemon, lemony citrus notes. There's some honeysuckle there. A little subtle, little bit of biscuity note and brioche in the background. But really fresh and lively. Lovely minerality and really pretty, like that sort of honeysuckle or even Chinese jasmine sort of lift there. There's this really pretty white flower notes and citruses, and even some sherbety sort of notes as well, and bath salts. So really attractive, really fresh, clean, inviting. Straight away, really fine bead, really good mousse. There's lovely acidity, very sort of lemony sort of lemon curd, and there's a little bit of lemon curd as well. So there's a bit of creaminess coming through, obviously from that autolysis during tirage, when the bottles are going through secondary fermentation, and after that, sitting there on those yeast sleeves, the yeast breaks down and gives that lovely creamy brioche. The brioche biscuity note you can smell on the nose, but also that lovely creamy, rounded biscuity note you can see on the palate, all associated with that yeast autolysis. Really, that is really enjoyable. It's not, it's lovely characters there, really fresh and lively. I wouldn't say it's overly complex, but it's got it ticks the boxes. There's a little bit of everything there, which is lovely, and. Coming into the festive season, I thought I'd give it a run because obviously we drink a lot of sparkling, whether it be I should try some. I should road test a couple of Australian ones leading up there, but focus on them. But thought I'd give this one a go. It is the Veuve Laperrière, it's made by Monmousseau winery out of the Touraine appellation in the Loire Valley, but is owned by the Ackerman group, which was born in 2018. And the Ackerman group, obviously, as I said, is the oldest sparkling producer in the Loire Valley, starting in 1811. So they've got a couple hundred odd years of experience. So there we go, 100% Chardonnay, Blanc de Blanc. Thanks for listening, and I hope your Christmas preparations are coming along well, because we only got a few weeks to go. So take care. Speak to you soon. Cheers.